when it comes to this note here to talk about Rolling Hills Asylum in East Bethany, New York.
We are dying to talk about this asylum.
We are dying to talk about this. And asylums, first I got to say, or I got to ask, was there a reasonable amount of history with this asylum? You know, is it something that there was, you know, some sort of paper trail on, or was it, you know, something even worse where it was filled with madmen and they all burned to death in a fire and nobody knows what happened? You know,
oh, no. There's a long history of it.
Oh, good.
A very long history.
All right. So let's get started there. You know, how'd you get called to this place? How'd you get pulled into the Rolling Hills Asylum?
This is one of the locations that, like I said, that the Ghost Adventures team and Ghost Hunters and all the shows on TV, they went to this location.
So it's famous for being haunted?
Yeah. So I was pretty intrigued with the location. So I decided to set something up there and with the team, and we've been there about 3-4 times now. And we actually became really good friends with the lady that owns the property.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is this the sort of place that you have to get permission to go into?
Yes.
And she's receptive to all that? She's receptive to letting people check it out? That's sort of part of her love of the place? Yes,
and she does charge fees to go into this place. Sometimes it's a little costly, but it's all the money that she gets from the place. It's like a full-time job for her. So she is actually using that money to fix it up and, you know, try to get it restored the way it was.
So when you go there, do you get to spend the night and everything?
Usually a lot of the investigations, she does do like public investigations and stuff. And it's like from like 7 o'clock until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you're there at a decent time.
But you're close enough where you just go home and go to bed. You don't actually sleep in the asylum.
No, I mean, there's times that I probably like go just over to Moravia, New York, and just kind of like, you know, get a motel or something over there.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my wife to be willing to spend the night at one of these places, and she is just not willing. Can't talk her into it. It can't happen.
So what were some of the things you experienced up there?
It's actually quite amazing because the history of it is really interesting. I've seen pictures where they've seen people standing, you know, with faces on the outside of windows that are like three stories up. They've caught the shadow. They've actually caught the shadow of the gentle giant that they call him there. It's name's Roy Krause. He was a 12-year-old boy that got dropped off there by his parents, and he had giantism, lived his whole life there until he was in his 50s, and then he died. But we've actually experienced some stuff there as well, like Shadow Hallway. Shadow Hallway is awesome. If you got like not a very bright flashlight or even a glow stick, if you hold it up, you can see shadows of people walking on the walls as you're standing still. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence that we captured there is they do haunted like tours and stuff around Halloween there. We went there probably in March or so, and they had it still set up as the reenactment for the Halloween attraction. Mm-hmm. And so they had one of the freezers off the kitchen as a padded wall. So we went in there and we were doing EVPs. We had a spirit box going, and we had the camcorder going as well. While we had all this going, you know, I was sitting on the floor and, you know, trying to communicate, and we didn't hear it with our own ears, but only the audio from the camcorder picked it up. We heard a little girl say ball, and it was like, I mean, it was literally a Class A EVP. I mean, it was the best EVP I've ever heard before. And it's kind of funny because the very first time that we went there, which was a couple years previous to that, I actually was in the room that was called the children's room, and I tried to sit on the floor and play ball with a kid with a child. And so obviously somebody must have followed me and wanted to play ball this time.
Right, remembered you. All right, you're listening to Radio Wasteland with Ronald Andrus. don't miss out. Come on back. There's some great stories. You know, I want to spend the night in an asylum. I know it's weird. I want to sleep there. I want to try to sleep there. All right, so don't miss out. You're listening to Radio Wasteland. Come on back.